welcome back to Theology Thursday. Today we're talking about how we show God love. But first, yeah, I burnt a pancake and Leo thinks it's really funny. But first we gotta eat some breakfast. The resource for this week is called The Prodigal God by Tim Keller, and it's a book about the prodigal son story, but he has a whole different take on it, and it blew my mind. So I recommend everyone get this book. It's short and it's sweet, and it's like just the essentials of the Christian faith. And so if you're not a Christian even, check this out. This will give you a good rundown of what us crazy Christians believe. So if you want this book, leave a message or a comment or an Instagram and I'll shoot it to you through the mail. Also, Picasso blocks, Picasso tiles are the best kids toy that we've ever had. Leo has been playing with these for the last 3 weeks straight and nothing else. Nice. All right, let's talk about how we show God love. Because what's the greatest commandment? Love God and love other people. So we should figure out how to love God. And so Jonathan Hutchins asked this question, and I think he already preached on it, so it's a little late for him, but for everyone else, this is a good thing to know. And so when I was thinking about this, I thought of the different analogies that God uses for our relationship. And so he uses father-son, which is like the primary, and husband-wife, like the church is God's bride. And he also uses like servant-master as an analogy for our relationship. And there's a bunch of others in the Bible, but I'm just gonna focus on those three. And I think they'll help us when we're thinking about like how do we show God love, because he's like spirit and we're like physical, and so it's hard to like I just can't just hug God like this. But so father son, how do fathers and sons interact? A son, we're the son in this situation and God is the father, obviously. So sons love their fathers by honoring them, respecting them, hanging out with them, giving them high fives. But I think one of the biggest things that a son and a father do is spend time together and enjoy each other. I think there's an emotional heart level connection between a father and a son, but also the submission, I think, is an important part for fathers and sons. The son submits his will to the father and obeys because he knows that the father cares about him. The second analogy is husband-wife, and so the church is the wife in this situation and Jesus is the bride. And so wives love their husbands in a lot of the same ways that sons love their fathers, but I think husband-wife is a little more intimate, a little more emotional, and so I think we love God with our emotions and our affections. And also there's a piece of submission in the husband-wife relationship as well, where the wife submits to the husband and the husband serves the wife. And so there's this putting the other person first in the relationship. All right, the third analogy is like a servant-master analogy. And so a servant, we're the servant and God is the master. A servant or a worker loves their master by working hard and listening to them and obeying them. And I'm sure in some situations there is a love between the two, but that one more focuses on the duty of following. There's also a friend. Jesus calls us his friends, and so friends love each other by hanging out with each other and putting each other first and considering the other above yourself. And so in all of these analogies, there's an aspect of submission and putting the other's will first and caring about them more than you care about yourself, and spending time with each other and like feeling all the feels. And so I think there's lots of ways to show God love. A big one is obedience. Another one is hanging out with God. Another one's probably talking to God. I think that's an important aspect. And another one is just to feel all the feels, to feel an affection for him. And so if you don't feel like you have a good relationship with your father, your husband, your wife, your friends, you put them first, but also for God to put him first and to consider what he thinks above what you think. And I think that'll help us all grow in every relationship in our lives. Thanks for watching, guys. Leave some more comments and questions below. And these aren't answers. These are just me talking responses. I don't think I have answers to almost anything, but I'm just talking about stuff. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next Thursday. Peace out.
Peace out. Peace out.
Peace out.
Peace out.
Peace out.
All done.
All done. Let's go.